Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will put toe to leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. End off from the shotgun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Bringing the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snatches it on the run. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. On the move, he fires. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early, give the defense.
It's a seam wide open. Oh, a lot of space. The 40, past the 30. The 10. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
A first down run in the red zone. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. Scores on the sneak.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Cal handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to get outside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass, it's King. Makes the grab, it's Haynes. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his man. It's Smith. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Running into the open space. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Off the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. To throw, it's King. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, going up top. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They go to the ground. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The play-action fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Looking to pass. It's King. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Third down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on third.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to go up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Oh, it's a reverse. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Alabama has the lead right now, but this Tide crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 7 over ULM. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They've got the screen set up. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's King. They go to the wide receiver screen. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll try the run. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Tate. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's King. Here's a heat. And to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right on target this time. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running back searching for a hole. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Back to pass, it's Sayed. He'll take a shot, and he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position, making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D-linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down.
The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's King. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Another incompletion on third down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll start this drive firing. Caught close to the marker, it's ball. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Sayin. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's King. Got it set up on the outside. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Lets it fly. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stockton. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Looking to throw, it's King. This time it's complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Finds his big tight end. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Turning on the Jets. Past the 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. Finds some fresh air. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The lone back's got it. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The receiver on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Back to throw, it's Sayin. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
What a disappointment. No good. Always want to pile on those points when you can, guys, but you have a 20-point lead, life is good. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Haynes. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires downfield. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and plays breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
From the gun, running back on the move. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Caught near the sticks. It's Peoples. There he goes. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
to be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking.
Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Gives it on the option. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You can tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. The give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Georgia Tech, 14.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 11 over Northern Illinois. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They'll move the wide receiver. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quarterback extends the play. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Looking to throw, it's King. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Power football with the run. Wide open spaces. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware.
And it slipped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's King. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. Trying to get the corner. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
To the air, it's Sayed. Moving out of the pocket. Finds his tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. QB draw. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. The give as they work on that clock. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back gets the give. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Offense facing 4th down.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Georgia Tech offense will take over 1st and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the run, it's Haynes. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
They'll run play action. Steps away to find some room. It's complete on the right side. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. And the Yellow Jackets are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the pressure gets home, and the quarterback is sacked. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think this is insult on top of injury. I think it's going to go against the offense. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.